Eruption of Antarctica's active volcanoes could end world with deadly floods. Scientists warned for years that at least one of Antarctica's volcanoes erupting would disrupt the world beyond belief. Far away from mainland Australia sits the territory of Heard Island, which hosts the great Big Bend volcano. Earlier this year, that volcano was spotted spewing lava, an odd sight considering Heard Island sits just 1,500 kilometers from Antarctica. The icy continent, however, is home to a string of volcanoes, over 100 of them. One of them, if not the largest volcano region, calls Antarctica home, sitting around 2 kilometers beneath the icy surface. While scientists generally agree that these volcanoes pose no threat for now, they concede that in the future their potential eruption would have a global knock-on effect. Antarctica's volcanic region is likely to be bigger than East Africa mighty volcanic ridge. East Africa is where we have the Great Rift Valley, as we know, which was once rated as having the densest concentration of volcanoes in the world. There are currently only 2 active volcanoes in Antarctica, Mount Erebus and Deception Island. They're both unique in their geological makeup, different compared to many found around the world. John Smellie, professor of volcanology at the University of Leicester of England, previously suggested that any movement from these volcanoes could generate significant amounts of meltwater, which would slowly stream into the sea and raise global levels. Writing in a piece for The Conversation, he explored the structure of these volcanoes, revealing how they would melt huge caverns in the base of the ice and create enormous quantities of meltwater. He said, because the West Antarctic ice sheet is wet rather than frozen to its bed, imagine an ice cube on a kitchen worktop. The meltwater would act as a lubricant and could cause the overlying ice to slip and move more rapidly. These volcanoes can also stabilize the ice, however, as they give it something to grip onto, and imagine that some ice cube snagging onto a lump-shaped object. In any case, the volume of water that would be generated by even a large volcano is a pinprick compared to the volume of overlying ice. So a single eruption won't have much effect on the ice flow. What would make a big difference is if several volcanoes erupted close to or beneath any of West Antarctica's prominent ice streams. Around 80% of the world's freshwater reserves stores are in Antarctica, and if melted, they would raise global sea levels by about 60 meters, that's about over 180 feet. And this would, scientists say, make the planet completely uninhabitable for humans. Professor Smellie claims that an eruption beneath the ice could cause this process to speed up. Ice streams are rivers of ice that flow much faster than their surroundings. They are the zones along which most of the ice in Antarctica is delivered to the ocean, and therefore fluctuations in their speed can affect the sea level. If the additional lubricant provided by multiple volcanic eruptions was channeled beneath ice streams, the subsequent rapid flow may dump unusual amounts of West Antarctica thick interior ice into the ocean, causing sea levels to rise. Under ice volcanoes are probably what triggered a rapid flow of ancient ice streams into the vast Ross Ice Shelf, Antarctica's largest ice shelf, and he said something similar could have happened around 2,000 years ago with a small volcano in the Hudson Mountains that lie underneath West Antarctic ice sheet, and if an eruption were to take place there today, nearby Pine Island Glacier would likely speed up its pace of melting. And he said, most dramatically of all, a large series of eruptions could destabilize many more subglacial volcanoes. As volcanoes cool and crystallize, their magma chambers become pressurized, and all that prevents the volcanic gases from escaping violently is an eruption. In an eruption is the weight of overlying rock, or in this case, several kilometers of ice. As that ice becomes much thinner, the pressure reduction may trigger eruptions, and more eruptions and ice melting would mean even more meltwater being channeled under the ice streams. And this is on Express UK by Joel Day. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.